Given two strings s and t, return true if they are both one edit distance apart. Otherwise, return false. So what does it mean, what edit distance? It means if we make only one change in s, we get it equal to t. So, and what is that one change? It can be an insert or delete or replace. Let's go through some examples so you can better understand the case. So here is an example of s and t that we just need to insert c here between a and b to make s and t equal. In the second example, we just need to remove r here to make s and t equal. And for this case, we need to delete a here to make s and t equal. How about this one? In this one, we need to replace g with b to make them equal. So let's say if it is something like this, it's cap. So we need to replace g with b to make them equal. And for this one, as you see, s is very shorter than t, so it's not going to be one change to make them equal. We need to insert 3 characters to make them equal. So that's not the right case. We are going to return false for this one. For the other one, as you see, s is way longer than t, and we cannot make them equal just with one change, so they are not one edit distance apart. And for this case, you see they are equal and no change is needed to be made, and that's why we are going to return false, because they are not one edit distance apart. Let's see how we can solve this problem. First thing, we are going to deal with these 3 cases that they are going to be false and it's easy to deal with. So if the length, if we get the length of s and t, length s and length t, and if the length of either s is bigger than t or length of t is bigger than s, we're going to return false. And for getting that, we are going to get the absolute difference between ls and lt. And if it is bigger than 1, we know we should return false. Can we deal with this case here too? Yes, we are going to say, or if t and s, if they are equal, we are going to return false. So we have dealt with these 3 cases. So let's see how we can decide on delete and insert and replace. For doing that, we are going to have a for loop to iterate over the shorter string. Why shorter string? Because if we go iterate over the longer string, we are going to get an error. So we are going to iterate over the shorter one, right? How do we get the shorter one? We are going to use mean function between ls and lt. And then we are going to see if s at index I is not equal with t at index I, we are going to do something. Why we are just checking if they are different? Because if they are equal, we don't need to do anything. We need to make changes when they are not equal. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say if they are not equal, we are going to deal with the replace case. For replace case is very easy. I'm going to say if I plus 1, after that index that they are not equal, I plus 1 is equal to ti plus 1, so it has been a replace needed, right? So we can just say if they are equal, then it's going to be true. Otherwise, we are going to return false. Or this was replaced, right? We need to deal with insert as well. So if we are saying about insert, what you need to think is that's the point that we need to insert something to I, right? At that point, because they are not equal. So if we move 1 step forward here, right? So we are getting the shorter one. So if we move 1 step forward here, are we going to get not this one? If we move 1 step forward for t here, are we going to have it equal to s at point I? And if yes, this means we needed to insert something to s, I plus 1 to the n. Or for deletion, what we need to do, if we move one step forward, is s equal to t at that point? As you see for here, if we move, let's say we have for the delete here. So if we have difference at R and E, if we move one step forward, like we get it from E, F to the end, is it going to be equal with EF? And if it is, we are going to return true. And if we will go through these cases and we will decide on that. There is a special case here that is a deletion, but because the shorter one has no length, so what we're going to do, we're going to return true, because this is going to be the case. And if this is the case, if we delete one character here, we are going to get the right result. Let's get rid of this and run the code and see what do we get here. So it says invalid because I forgot to put one equal here. Let's see, it seems all good. And as you see here, I ran this and it has been accepted. So the time complexity for this one is linear because we have to iterate over the string, and the space complexity is linear as well because we are using these substring to compare them, indices to compare them. Thank you.